Hello everyone. I think at this stage everyone should be tired of whatever shenanigan that is happening in Rivers State. Some of the reports that are out there, this one it says Wike Loyalists snub Fubara's pre-independence service signaling collapse of Tinubu's peace deal. Was there ever a peace deal from Tinubu? Tinubu is not interested in any peace anywhere. All he's interested in is how to control the machinery of the state and how to control the political, powerhouse of the state. And so what Wike did by all of that nonsense going on was for him to just hand it over directly to him in terms of giving him access to that Wike's loyalty and all of that. But we'll see on this one. Is saying fresh political tension has erupted in Rivers State, casting serious doubt on the efficacy of the peace accord previously brokered by Bola Tinubu as key allies of Federal Capital Territory Minister Nyesom Wike conspicuously boycotted a major state event. It's just absolute nonsense. All of these things now going on in Rivers State, it's really absolute nonsense. And I think the people of Rivers State need to really also stand up. They have, in short, let me retract that. In fairness to them, they have really stood up, but they've not had anybody that they can stand up with, because at the end of the day, you see what Fubara has been doing, just sort of like begging, groveling and all of that. There's nothing wrong with that, but if that's what you wanted to do, why did you try to say you get yourself before? If you know that you didn't have the liver to fight, why look for a fight? I always tell people, why do you look for a fight where there is none? I mean, if you're not, if you when you get ready to say you're going to fight something, you're going to look at it from that end to say, what is the worst case scenario? Always take it from the worst case scenario and go, and are you ready to pay that worst case scenario? Worst case scenario is that you're going to be removed, you no longer be governor. Are you ready to pay that price? Yes. If it's yes, then go ahead with the fight because you're already ready to pay the worst case scenario. But if you're not, then don't even start, that particular price. What people say, oh, how are you able to do that? Oh, are you not afraid? It's because the person has been able to look at the worst case scenario and say, yes, I'm ready to pay that particular price. Then you go in and do it. But all of this now, after a whole 6 months of all the shenanigans that had gone on, and then you people had been reconciled, can't you just continue? What is all this nonsense about some people boycotting and not boycotting? But anyway, the article says the non-attendance of the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Martis Amewule, the majority of the state's lawmakers, and the 23 local government area chairmen loyal to Wike at a pre-independence interdenominational Thanksgiving service in Port Harcourt. That's their absence strongly suggests that the political truce has failed to achieve reconciliation on the ground. The Thanksgiving service, organized by the Rivers State government to commemorate Nigeria's 65th independence anniversary, proceeded with Governor Semina Lai Fubara and his deputy in attendance. Also present at the crucial state function were the Rivers State Chief Judge, Justice Simon Chibuzo Amadi, members of the judiciary, and various security chiefs. However, the prominent absence of the legislative arm and the local council leadership, both critical to governance and staunchly aligned with Wike, has been intercepted as a clear political affront to the governor. The boycott is seen as a deliberate act of non-cooperation, directly challenging the spirit of resolution championed by Tinubu to end the protracted power struggle between the former allies. Previous attempts to enforce his truce saw Governor Fubara allegedly agree to a number of contentious terms, including retaining pro-Wike lawmakers and allowing the FCT minister considerable influence over local government appointments. And like I said earlier, if you know you were going to do this, there was no need for you to start that whole whatever. Continue to do your yes sir, slave man, boy to Wike. And if you know you didn't, and if you knew if you made up your mind you were going to fight, then fight to the end. was this all this? But at the end of the day, really, it's all about the River State people and the fact that with all of these shenanigans going on, there's no how that you tell me that governance has not been affected. River State is one of the oil-rich states in Nigeria, and with some other oil-rich states, but you don't see that on ground. You don't see it when you go there. These are people that should not be comparing themselves to the rest of Nigeria. These are people where you be talking about minimum wage. Minimum wage should be something like 250,000, 300,000. I mean, people should be living other parts of Nigeria, flocking to these places because they're trying to get jobs in these places. They try to get employment because of the kind of good governance that is available there. But unfortunately, those are not the things that we see at any time. And I've said this thing before, and I'm going to repeat it again, that the worst governors we have in Nigeria, probably the whole world, are governors from the Niger Delta region, the South region. You see those oil-rich states that ordinarily should be at the top, the monies they're collecting. The other day they showed a particular classroom in Rivers State, where sorry, not Rivers, Delta State, where children were in the classroom, they were sitting on the floor, they had no roof and stuff like that. A whole Rivers State. This is a state that has so much. This is a state where you find an ex-governor that has stolen so much money, that if you're talking about James Ibori, stolen so much money to the extent Nigeria couldn't prosecute him. But in the UK, he was sent to jail, spent time in jail, still comes back, still have so much political influence. I mean, at one time, though, even the rivers felt that, their money was not missing and stuff like that. You're having people steal so much monies that are supposed to be used for the betterment of the people. Some few people take this money, turn it into their own, and then they leave the people in destitution, and the people are going around begging other people and all of that to solve their problems when they have their monies that the government is supposed to use to solve their problem. It's really so sad, honestly, on a lot of levels, and it is something that should get every one of us at a place where we feel anger, where we feel disdain for the bad things that are happening, and when we get to a place where we say enough is enough. We cannot continue with all of these things going on the way the way we have seen them go on. Nigerians must get to a place where you see this thing that are happening, you're disgusted by it. Not just that, you want, when will it be my turn? Cut me oil, cut me soap. You see bad things happening, you're looking for who to cut you soap so that you not be a partaker of the bad thing. Really? I ask, really? Is that the kind of country that we want to see? Is that the kind of thing that we want to see? Is that the kind of, life that we want to have, for our own nation? We really should do better. And at the end of the day, everything comes down to governance. I keep saying this thing: politics is everything. Until and unless we fix politics, Nigeria is not going to